Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 506.
506.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. And today we're going to be talking all about 1900 Park Fair. We had dinner there last night. If you are looking to try 1900 Park Fair, maybe book a Walt Disney World vacation, head to Mouse Fan Travel, MEI Mouse Fan Travel, get a no obligation quote. And it is just one of many restaurants on the dining plan. And even now there's a Disney Visa free dining offer that just dropped, along with a number of other offers. So head to their website and check them out.
So as you mentioned, we are here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort for the reopening. Actually, it had reopened for breakfast yesterday morning, but this was the dinner reopening, and we attended last night with some friends.
Yes, it was a really nice experience to be able to spend time with our friends for a couple of hours. This is actually called a Wishmaker's Enchanted Dining. At least that's what they called it on the website, because the theme of the dinner and the breakfast is about wishes.
So where's Asha?
I don't know. Like,
if it's a wish dinner, wouldn't one think Asha would be in attendance?
You would think, or Valentino or somebody, but no, and I guess pretty much any character, right? Almost all Disney characters have to do with wishes,
right,
so you
true.
Could really have any Disney character.
But what a missed opportunity with Wish, being the big film of the year for, the newest.
Well, in this case, there is no Asha.
So let's look at some of the offerings on the buffet here. We were just seated and got our instructions, told a little backstory, and what is that? Is that
Gummy? They're like gummy candy, they call them. I don't know if they're bears. I didn't even look at them that closely. Now, we're just looking here. We're just looking at the buffet, and I wanted to mention $66 for an adult, $66 an adult, $41 for child plus tax and gratuity. It is not an inexpensive dining adventure.
And we'll talk more about the price after. We just saw the shrimp. I thought the shrimp was actually really good. I had 2 helpings of that. Big, thick shrimp. Kind of reminded me of the shrimp we had at the buffet at Disneyland Paris. This is the salad bar. I thought the salad bar was quite lacking. They really could have done a little bit more, I think, with the salad bar.
Regular onions, broccoli, green peppers would have been nice.
And the same really with the cheese. I mean, we're used to a much more variety of cheeses.
Yeah.
So I thought this one in particular was, for us anyway, it was quite lacking.
Well, I don't eat cheese, but it was. And so now we're looking at the prime rib, right? The carving station and the porchetta. I had just a little bit of the prime rib, and it was almost all fat. But what I had did taste very good. Did you try it?
I had the same experience. I had gotten a fatty piece, so I cut off the good parts, I'll say. And what I had was good, and I could have gone back.
Of course.
I wanted to try a variety of the items.
And we just looked at the mashed potatoes. The food here to me is very comfort foody. Like at home, I always have like carrots and potatoes, and there's your salmon.
We just went by.
Right?
The salmon was actually quite delicious. It had a very nice lemon sauce to it, so I quite liked that. But I thought, as you were saying, the mashed and some of those items were just okay. Here we're looking at the macaroni and cheese. When I had it, it was a little on the cool side. We had some sausage here. Sausage also just okay. Not really. It was, I guess, unremarkable.
And I use the word unremarkable often. Decent, like everything. Nothing was bad.
But this was really now we're getting to the good stuff. I thought the curried chicken, and we're looking at Tiana's gumbo. I really liked the gumbo. Gumbo is in my top 3 items, and I like that quite a lot. I'd say my favorite was the gumbo, the curry chicken, and the shrimp was my top 3 items.
And there's
for the main course, not dessert, of course.
Chicken noodle soup. I don't eat sausage and some of the other items that were there, so I really stuck with items that I kind of make at home, like potato and carrots and corn, and so And there's pizza. I didn't
have one
that.
chicken nugget.
How was
The
it?
hottest thing of the entire buffet was that chicken nugget, like very nice and
Nice
warm.
and warm.
Here's my salad plate. We all had our first little plates, and I also had managed to be able to slip in some gumbo here, Tiana's gumbo, before the characters arrived. But once they arrived, it was boom, 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 and here our first. We were told that Mirabel was going to be our first character, and then out from behind snuck in Cinderella, which
she
was
came
quite a
from-
surprise. See, there's Mirabel. We're all looking at Mirabel, and all of a sudden, oh, hello,
No, but
Cinderella.
I told you, I said, I think Cinderella's coming this way. Because...
And I was like, no, because the surfer said it would be. That was it was great. I mean,
Yeah.
she was awesome.
It
But
was a surprise.
It was, yes, quite the surprise. But Cinderella is always fun, and it was nostalgic because the last time we were here, I believe Cinderella is the only holdover from the previous 1900 Park Fair.
And I want to say your gumbo looks a lot better than it did in the pot, because in the pot it just looks like liquid.
Right,
But
when you
it
put
actually,
the rice and you do the whole
yes,
plate.
it looks much more. And I am in the video, which I did not know I was going to be in the video.
It's fine,
but,
and
yeah.
here she is.
I
Here
moved
is
to your
Mirabel.
side after that, yes. And I have met, or we have met Mirabel at the Magic Kingdom. She started there last year where Merida had been, and also we have met her at Disneyland.
Yeah, a great location, actually. Meeting her, not that difficult here at the Magic Kingdom.
Right, but here you can meet her. You know, she'll come to your table just as Cinderella just did.
And the only, I think, new character experience of the four we're going to see is Tiana, right?
Yes, in her Tiana's Bayou adventure outfit, which is, you know, it's actually very exciting to be able to see her in it as well.
Because that was a total debut. I mean, that was the very first time. And we're about to see Tiana. We'll still see Mirabel doing her... I don't want to cut her short here.
No, she was doing a little dance and everything. But, you know, really, Mirabel is such a popular character from Encanto, and really just always fun.
So here is Tiana, and as you mentioned, in her brand new outfit, debuting yesterday, the day we recorded this.
Well, I think that there are people who have seen it before, like at Essence Festival, I believe.
Oh, okay. I mean, we've seen the animatronic version of Tiana wearing it for the upcoming attraction.
Right. So, you know, it's not been seen too often. But she's in this really fantastic outfit. You've got the hat, and then also on her lapel, you have flowers and butterflies. And then this really colorful, you know, like a little scarf here. So, and then she showed us her boots.
Yeah, you did good by asking her all about her new outfit. A very much an adventure theme. She could have done, you know, many different buffets with this outfit.
Right. And anyway, I really like the outfit. Tiana's Bayou Adventure will open this summer at Walt Disney World and also at Disneyland later this year, just to mention that.
Now, as far as the characters, I thoroughly enjoyed our experience. As you could see, they're really fun, and we're going to link to the videos. But I don't really know what the characters had in common.
The wishing part, but that's what I was saying, is that like they all, you know, make a wish and all that. But I think almost every Disney character makes some sort of wish. And if you see those, I don't know if you're going to show
We're going to show that at the end.
The portraits, like everybody's, you know, wishing. And again, I just think almost every Disney character has that in common.
Well, especially Aladdin here in his, his festive getup is very much knowledge on wishes with his good friend the genie.
Right, he has his royal outfit.
Prince Ali.
Yes, it's not a costume that we see him in too often. You mentioned that we saw it a couple here
about 2 years ago at Epcot. They had a special event. It was for the IPW conference, and they had all the Aladdin characters, and he appeared with his Prince Ali look with Jasmine that night. Right. So it's been at least 2 years, and I know sometimes he'll appear in Disneyland Paris.
But this is you know, special for 1900 Park Fair, and I will say it's the same characters for breakfast and dinner, which makes it less repeatable.
Right.
It would be nice if, like they used to have, you know, we love seeing these characters, but maybe we would have done breakfast also.
No, not maybe. If they had a completely different lineup, we would have probably done the double. We had a few friends that were at the restaurant that did breakfast and dinner. So,
but because it was the same characters, it didn't
for us it didn't seem worth it.
Right. It was already a very expensive, you know, experience. So, but Aladdin was great. Oh, and here was
We're continuing on
yes.
with our dining experience. You can see I have some of that salmon, and there is the prime rib. And it feels like a dinner at home almost, because you often make the potatoes with the very nice carrots. This was the that chicken, the curry chicken, and I was telling you about there is some of the mac and cheese that was a little cool, and some of the sausage.
And I make curry at home
You
quite
make
often
some
as well.
really good. See, the thing is, I'm spoiled by you.
So,
That's part of it.
So we're just looking at a portrait here. They had like these Victorian style portraits. It used to be a much more of a carousel themed here, and you still have that, but not to the level of what they used to have.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of two different themes. You know, I do miss the old carousel characters that used to be out here, and they did have a nice nod to them, and we'll show that at the end.
And we're looking at these portraits. We saw Arthur and Asha, and you have Snow White and Geppetto. I forgot to add these to my article. We've got Cinderella and
Aurora.
Princess Aurora and Prince Philip. We have Princess Tiana,
There's quite
Alice, yes.
the lineup there.
Belle. It is. I mentioned like everybody's wishing, right? You have Ariel, like everybody. I mean, I think that's something that so many Disney characters do, and just like real life people. So this is the Big Bertha, which is the turn of the century organ from France, and that has been here since 1988.
And many years ago, it actually used to play, but I don't believe it's set up to play. It certainly didn't play when we were there.
Probably not in a number of years.
Oh, it's time for dessert. The dessert was another of the highlights for me. I tried most of the items. If you like chocolate, you have a great chocolate cake here. This is like a blueberry. I forget the official name of that.
Lemon blueberry cheesecake, which was very nice.
Good.
Warm chocolate cake, which I didn't even get to because I tried the brownie and I was actually already full. So the brownie was very nice, and we both had the strawberry soup, which is back. It is returning. It is a highlight, and for both of us, I think that was one of our favorites.
And I have to say
items.
right here, I like the way it's served. This is much more civilized. It used to be where you scoop your soup out, and it was always kind of a mess. So the presentation, definitely an improvement, and the flavor. I think it actually tasted better now than the last time we were there. I loved it. I finished the whole thing.
And I thought it was really great. And I think the presentation on everything was very good here, at least on opening day.
And here is just a selection of my dessert items. Probably a little similar to yours, except I don't think you had the blueberry cake.
I did actually.
Yes.
I was
you
brought
eventually
it.
did.
Yes,
That's right.
I didn't have too much dessert because, like, I had the brownie, which I thought was very good. It was very creamy and also moist.
And we're looking at the autograph cards. Everybody is given an autograph card, which doubles as a wish card. You're able to write your wish. And then every, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour, you have this little production that happens. And the characters all come out. And there's music playing. And the point is you're supposed to write down your wish and then wave the card in the air and proclaim your wish.
I didn't do that.
Well, we were busy recording and taking pictures, but it was fun, and it happened throughout the restaurant. So I'm showing it. We were able to see it twice during the time we were there. So I'm showing it from both rooms. I think it was a little more festive in this main room because you had 3 characters here, and you could really see all the cards. But our area was just fine. But it all depends where you're seated.
Right. I mean, I think it's probably about once an hour because we were there about 2 hours and we saw it twice. So it was very cute. And you have a lot of bloggers and vloggers. Like that's, I think.
Well, it was. I
heard even more at breakfast, just like, what we were doing.
I was actually surprised there weren't more people we knew in attendance.
I think probably at breakfast there would have been, but I knew quite a few people. I see Craig from the Diz and Rhino.
Those guys did a double header.
Breakfast and dinner.
So, and here we have Tiana, and it's kind of wrapping up this I think you're right, once an hour presentation. It was fun. And I had mentioned there's a little nod to the original Carousel characters, and here they are. This one was one of my favorites. I always loved. They actually had real ones too, like real versions that were in the middle of the restaurant. Hopefully they saved those and they put them
maybe in the
archives
or something at least.
So overall, I had a very nice experience. I enjoyed the characters. What we did find out is there is no discounts of any kind, and we were told by our server that wouldn't be for at least a year. So it was not a cheap, as you mentioned, it was $80
per
and,
person,
per person.
per person approximately, which is a lot for a buffet.
And that includes tax and gratuity.
It might be a better value like on the dining plan. But to me, it's a one and done for now.
It's a one and done. If they had a different breakfast,
different characters,
correct.
Different, yeah. But for now, it was nice. But a lot of the food that I ate was the salad, the carrots, the potatoes, like it's stuff.
For a picky eater,
make it home.
I think they could have had a bit of a more of a selection.
No, and for me, I'm a picky in some ways. There's a lot of flavors I like. I eat so many different kinds of chicken, so many kinds of meat and turkey and such. But I don't eat sausage and all that. So what I did eat was generally stuff that I make at home, except for the desserts. I don't make too much dessert at home. So, it wasn't worth the money for me to go there normally. But for once, it was really nice to be able to meet Princess Tiana in her new outfit.
Oh, and the excitement of opening day.
Of course.
And I think if we had friends in town and somebody really wanted to go, I would say, how about we do breakfast? Because I am curious to see how the breakfast is. So I would be willing to do that. But I think as far as doing the whole dinner, what we just did, I think, I'm good for a while.
Right. We've met the characters and we've had the food. And so, there's a lot of other restaurants on Walt Disney World property to go to. But I think it's really nice. It's not as repeatable because it's the same characters for breakfast and dinner, unfortunately. I think it's nice to have how they used to have it different at each meal. And then you can kind of, do both and feel like you've had a different experience.
I think we have done all of the character meals, almost all. We haven't done the Cinderella Castle version.
I haven't in a long
time. In the current incarnation, we haven't done that. But my favorite one that we've done in recent times would have to be the one at the Riviera, up on the roof of the
Topolino's.
Topolino's, yes, that was a wonderful character buffet.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Oh, that wasn't a buffet. That's a character.
Oh, right, but it's family style.
Right.
It's been a while since we've done that. The last character meals.
Topolino, right.
Right. The last two character meals we had besides that were in Paris.
Oh, we did Tusker House last year,
yes.
which was also very good, and they had 4 characters. Tusker was actually very similar to this.
I enjoyed Tusker. I thought the food
was better,
really good at Tusker.
For
a really nice variety.
So that is another show. We want to thank our sponsor, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel.
Head to the website, and if you're looking for a Walt Disney World vacation, it doesn't have to be Walt Disney World, but all these great deals just dropped. And so this is a very good time to book for the summer. But otherwise, you've got Disneyland, which is going to start Pixar Fest, right, on April 26th.
We will be there. I'm very excited to see the kickoff of Pixar Fest.
I'm very excited about it as well. And then, of course, there's so much going on with the Disney Cruise Line and Universal Studios also. And we're coming up on Epic Universe.
It'll be an epic year, I think,
next year. Oh, my gosh.
And we just went to Universal, and we had a great time.
Right. DreamWorks Land is going to open this summer. So much is happening. But anyway, head to because MEI also has Universal Fan Travel. So, they just did a fan conference there. So check them out.
So in upcoming weeks, we actually have a bit of a backlog of stuff. A lot of it food related because we have 2 visits to Steakhouse 71 for breakfast, which were very good, by the way.
We loved it.
And we have that all ready to go. So we'll do a nice segment on breakfast at Steakhouse 71. Also, when we were at Universal, we went to Universal Orlando and dined at Finnegan's Irish Pub, which was also very nice. We will have a review of that coming up. And I think there's one other that we did recently.
But there's going to be a lot of Disneyland Paris news possibly tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll see. And that will be something we'll want to talk about as well.
And we'll be covering all that. So stay tuned. And thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.